I completely forgot I was streaming with no sound. Wow. No, that was just silly. That was very silly. Hello, Hero 7026. I'm currently eating dinner now, so I might just have something else to play while I get ready. Yeah. Getting things a bit ready on my end. I'm so used to doing runs and long races like Tenno Spring that the Japan Derby race, which is clearly the race that Legendary Race is based off, just feels really short. The RNG robbed me this game. I got lost. I skipped the concert. I get ya. Man, if I lose the CM, I'm probably also gonna skip the concert because I wanna make it so that the first time I see the concert is the actual. It is the actual time I win. Yeah, and I just get the general frustration of just not liking the idea of just not liking of just being so frustrated with the loss that you just don't want to see someone else essentially Fortnite dancing all over their victory, rubbing it on your face. I get it. The CM really does feel very RNG heavy too. I got 6, 7, 8 for 8 finals. Oh, that's pretty cool. Top is the top. Or top is the top. Oh, it's Monday. I'm gonna collect my class emotion and gems. Starting course. Yeah, so I'm gonna be reading Star Blossom's most recent chapters because apparently the fan translation group actually finished catching up to Star Blossom. Fully caught up. I don't think they'll be as fast as, say, the fan translations for a Shonen Jump series because there isn't as much high demand for it for Umamusume content compared to a Shonen Jump series. And also because, at least according to what they're called, Sugar Nation, the group that's subbing it, they want to maintain their level of quality, and in order to do that, they want to take as much time as possible. And of course, they're actual grown-ass adults with jobs. I could totally relate to. You know, we have to actually touch grass and do shit IRL. All right. First things first is I'm gonna get this free pull. Give me Copa no Riki right there, right? Copa no Riki. Nope, that's not it. I've gotten a few golds these past few days. I have gotten a few gold characters. So it's not the worst thing. The pulls have been the absolute worst, but no free 3-star, which of course everyone wants that. Under free pulls. If only it were just that easy. If only it were that easy. You're still doing a happy birthday shit? Damn, Cafe, that was like a week ago. Program. I mean, not literally a week ago, but damn, it's been so long. So many days since my birthday. Still wishing me happy birthday after that is crazy. The fuck am I? Okay. So I need sacrifice something for that has give me gems. What do I want to sacrifice for gems? I know it's not gonna be Cafe, it's not gonna be Tachyon. I already maxed them out. What do I do here? I guess Christmas Ogre is just the basic bitch answer. Kinda don't want to, but what else do I go for, really? Also, I think I decided what I'm gonna do for the next CM. It's gonna be a Dirt CM, Dirt Medium. So, Dirt Medium. Yeah, I think Agnes Digital is perfect for that. A in Medium, A in Dirt. Her growths are kind of weird, but I can manage. I think Agnes Digital makes the most amount of sense. You got digital Christmas Ogre because that's gonna be my safeguard just to make sure I win one. And the next one's probably gonna be some fucked up dirt, nice nature, just to debuff everyone else. I'm not really a fan of the double debuff strat. I'm just gonna go one debuff for 2 aces. Make perfect sense to me. Yeah. I'll see here. I guess L is an option, even though she's such a dirt beast, so her legacy has to be a bit wonky. I mean, so is Christmas already, but at least Christmas already has a lot of other things going for her. L's more so the free to play pick. Not bad, but if you have better options, there's definitely better options. You know what I mean? Let me see what else is here. What else do we got? Man, I really just wish I could have just used Cafe for this. Trying to use Cafe in a dirt CM would be actually throwing. I'm not doing her a great disservice by coping. I can win with her there. I think all I gotta do is just wait. There's a long CM and try to absolutely smoke everyone's ass with her there. Well, we're rather a medium. Medium also works. Just needs a tiny bit of legacy up for that. Yeah, almost done with my dinner. And I still haven't decided who I'm gonna give away to this. Damn. Honestly, I think I'm just overthinking this, and it should just be. Actually, wait. What's the star rating on Maya? Hold on. What's the star rating on Maya? Maya 4-star, right? Yeah, Maya's a 4-star. I guess I could. I could do it. Go for Maya. Man, I also just realized I just haven't done enough Ayabe runs to also justify her. Rather, justify her in the way of trying to get her to max stars. But I think all I got a way to do is wait for her legend race. I don't know how long it's gonna take for her legend race, but I'm pretty patient. I can wait. The star rating isn't a huge deal to me. I guess I could just go Maya. Let's try Maya here. Light S. Hey, this one's Sprint S, so I'm pretty sure that's the one that's in my CM room. Wait, is this the one in... Yeah, I think this is the one in my... Yeah, Team Trials roster member, yep. So I guess the idea is to just burn this Maya as soon as... Wait, hold on, wait, Maya has an E in Dirt? Huh, I didn't know that. I guess maybe it is possible to get her up to... Okay, so it's either E, D, C, B. Okay. I guess it could use her there. It's kind of weird though. Not sure if that's a... I don't think that's could be a good idea. I feel like, nah. I'm just overthinking it. Just go Crystal Digital and... good old nice nature for debuffer. Okay. What else though? If I have any other version of Maya, I can just burn with no strings attached. I mean, I guess I could just burn a Sun Suzuka. Not much I really want here. I can get much better rating on her in this, especially since we're getting Grand Concert in a few days. Grand Con. I know Grand Live rolls off the tongue better than Grand Concert, but I'll just call it Grand Con. Okay, let's go multi-select and just start burning shit that I do not care about. Actually, let me just do a reverse here. Okay, let's take a look. Turf front. Yeah, no, dude. Okay, so it's 3. We want to get rid of 3. Mild turf. Yeah. Yeah, nah, these absolutely need to go. Late. Okay. Now, yeah, we gotta get rid of all these. I gotta do some spring cleaning. Not just here, but in general, because this transfer event doesn't happen often enough to be able to burn everything that I don't want successfully. Just looking at the legacies for these, because I know for a fact that if I have something decent, I could at least try to cope with it and make it work. Most of these, however, are just very old Umas from probably they're probably a year old now that I think about it. Wow. Probably a year. Definitely. Really crazy to imagine if they're actually a year old. I remember when hitting the speed cap was ideal. It was the first time I hit the speed cap. It was crazy. I remember it was a hell of a high. Something I could never imagine. Okay, so to recap on what I've done so far. What have I done? Well, I've done this. We got Manhattan Cafe, right? I believe we already have all of her trophies here. All G3 trophies. Well, except the Tokyo Sprint. Tokyo Sprint is missing. So that's the only dirt sprint I'm missing. But I already have the other one, Cluster Cup. Yep, I got this one, as you can see. And I believe there's another dirt sprint trophy here. Yep, Tokyo High. Yep, we also got it with Cafe. Unfortunately, I did not win the Tokyo Sprint. That's pretty unfortunate because the legacies turned out pretty good in the run where I got the other two. I got pretty decent legacies. But Tokyo Sprint I have to do in Track Blazer because this is a senior year late April run, and Cafe has a mandatory race at the time. And I have no choice. I have to go back to Track Blazer whether I want to or not. The bigger issue though for Cafe is, some of you may already know, is the Junior Yushun. I am stumped. I'm not gonna lie. How am I gonna fix my legacies to make this work? Because the thing is that Cafe starts at Dirt G and Mile as an F. The highest I can possibly take her legacies are D on both sides. D on both sides. It's impossible to go higher than D on both sides. And this is year 1, so we don't even have the luxury of getting a legacy up to an inspiration up to at least try to get it. We just have to deal with the low rankings. And I'm not sure how I would fix this, but I believe there is a YouTuber. A YouTuber called Hashireharu, right? So Hashireharu's deal is that he actually got every trophy, the completionist trophy with Urara, so it is, I believe it's very likely that he also went through something similar with Hopeful Stakes. Let me just check the Urara page real quick. Urara OG base Urara. Let's see. So base Urara's Turf G, Medium G. So definitely Hopeful Stakes is very much a very similar situation. And I believe he got it far before this newfangled power creep update. Meaning it should be possible with global stuff. In theory, it should be possible with what global has to get this trophy onto Cafe, as difficult and RNG heavy as it would be. Let me check if here's a sneak peek at the in-game concert video for Gaze on Me. Oh, okay. So I'm just taking a look at Twitter for a little bit. Gaze on Me. Wait, let me just. Is this the summer one? Oh, okay, yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, Gaze on Me. I was wondering which one was this one. Yeah, this is the summer one where they're all in shorts and the white t-shirts. Yeah, this was really pretty good, but in more ways than one. Oh yeah. Let me just go to YouTube real quick. Because I was thinking of just sending a... it's kind of embarrassing, but I was thinking of just sending that guy a message. And trying to see it. Okay, let me just see. I'm not gonna send him a message while he's... I think he's live right now. I'm not sending him a message while he's live. Fuck no. Fuck off with that. I'm gonna have to send... How do I do this? Yeah, I'll figure... How about I figure it out later? Yeah, when I'm not on stream. Yeah, because the problem is that stuff, all this social media shit like Twitter, Instagram stuff, it's just too much technology for me. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing when I'm doing there. I just use them to advertise myself and I just fuck off. Okay. Right. So, hold on. Right now, we got some major things to go through. Hold on, how about okay, let me just clean up my desk first. So I was thinking of reading Star Blossom, but hold on. Let me just clean up my desk first and refill my water. I'll be right back. Alright, so I think I should get the... I should probably get the Star Blossom first. Let me see. Sound. Let me just drop it here. And drop it here. And drop it down. There we go. No. Did I miss your CM finals? Nope. I have not clicked on it yet. Nope. I just had to refill my water because I heard that Star Blossom, the translation team behind Star Blossom rather, fully caught up to the story. The English translation is now fully caught up. We are absolutely caught up. And it's only about 3 chapters, so I thought, you know what the heck? I'll knock them out on stream. Yeah, usually I'm gonna be honest though, I'm not really sure if I'm gonna do this whole reacting to every new Star Blossom chapter that comes out from here on out. I'm not really sure about it. I know that my previous stream actually got quite a few more viewers. I remember after my previous stream where I read Star Blossom ended, it sat at about 40 something views. It jumped up to nearly 70. That's pretty crazy. Usually stream bots don't jump that high up, so I figured, you know what? Might as well give it a shot. Alright, so let's take a look. We are in our very special means to read Star Blossom. If you don't know what that means, then you are not in the know. You know. No, I will not be, again, as always, I'm not going to be showing Star Blossom on screen. So if you want to follow along with what I'm reading, go pick up the procure the means to read the manga English translation online. Anyway, yeah, because I always, like, I know I get it. Some people have been able to show off the reacting to manga chapters before, and they haven't gotten in trouble. But I'm just trying to imitate the way people react. I believe when Shonen Jump chapters come out, they don't really show what happens on screen. They just say, I'm reacting now to manga chapter, One Piece manga chapter, something. And go to the special place to read One Piece early. If you don't know what that is, then you're just not in the know, you know? It just skips straight to 62, really now. Okay. I do feel kind of bad. I do feel kind of bad now reading. Okay, so there are 2 major locations where the manga chapter is available to find. There are 2 major locations. I believe okay, I probably shouldn't be saying this because the more people talk about it, the more likely it is that it will be the websites will get taken down. But go to there's a Twitter account. All right, so there's a Twitter account. I know that going to Twitter is a fucking meme, but no, trust me on this. Go to Twitter. There's an account called Sugar Nation. Sugar Nation is one of the people behind the English translation. They have the 2 major locations where their translation of Star Blossom is being hosted. If it's not in one, it's in the other. That is all I will be saying about that. That is all. I am probably jeopardizing the areas where they're being hosted just by talking about it. But so sorry if it sounds like I'm the vague posting king or the gatekeeping king. But yeah, sorry. That's about as far as I'm gonna say is Sugar Nation Twitter account. And just scroll down until you see the means they provide. Like I said, if it's not in one, it's in the other. There's 2 locations. Alright. Now, here we are. Chapter 61. Now, part 1. Chapter 61, part 1. We are in Chapter 61, part 1. Chapter 61. What it means to stand at the top of the world. Part 1. And so we see the outside of the medical facilities, the hospital. And we see Tsubaki has seen better days in more ways than one. Though physically, emotionally, mentally, probably just existentially. They don't even show her face in this one page that's being shown. Yeah, that's how bad it is. And the emotions are running wild when they don't even show an anime character's face. Now, at the bottom of the page, we see the door, Sakura Laurel, girl named there, showing that is her ICU. And the words, I have to get going. Okay, so like I said, I have it set up. I have the means set up so that the pages are fanned out two per area. Like if I'm holding the book in my hands. And so we see just the shot. The first page, it is a plain shot of Laurel resting in the ICU. And Tsubaki's sitting down. We don't see what she's telling her, but judging by Laurel's reaction at the bottom of the page, I think she just got the news. And it's only starting to hit her. And the next page, she says, oh, I see. And Tsubaki said, and they're still not showing her face directly, but they said that if you go into rehab early and complete the walking exercise while maintaining your physical strength, you can go back to living an ordinary life. Oh boy. Oh boy. She's not saying you can go back to running, but but to be fair, we all kind of got the point. What happened in the last chapter? The odds that Laurel will ever get back to running is incredibly slim, and the fact that whether or not she may even be able to live an ordinary life is up in the air now. This is all they can do at the moment, that is. The next page, Tsubaki is high on the copium, saying, I'm really just glad you're still alive. And they don't see Laurel's face. And she says, but now there is no point. Yeah, there's multiple shots showing Tsubaki's hands just absolutely messed up from the events of the last chapter. And she can't find the words to respond. Like, yeah, but now there's no point. And she's just thinking, I mean, yeah, what the fuck am I supposed to say about that? Like, it's fucked up to think that way, but shit, I also think that way. So, like, what am I even supposed to do? What do we say? What can one say? I would rather say. And then, presumably Tsubaki says, all I wish is for you to be able to stand up and walk. Stand up, walk, and keep on living. That's it. And we see Laurel looking out at presumably the window, yeah, because the window is to her left. And says, when I was little, my parents told me the same thing. Oh, we see Laurel Mom. Oh shit, Uma Mom. Guys, add it to the Uma MILF count. There he is. And we see little Laurel running to, yeah, her dad's. And he says, hey, you've gotten bigger, huh? Have you been... And Laurel's mom says, have you been well? How long will you be in Paris? I'll be here until the end of the week. After this, I'm going to Milan and Florence. There's a leather fair I'd like to attend to you, see? Just remember to take care of yourself, okay? Hey, Laurel says, I really admire my dad. He's always flying around the world. Of course I will. And he says, of course I will. After all, my goal is to stand at the top of the world. I can't let things end here. And we see shots of, yeah, Laurel spending time with her parents as a child. I hope that one day I can be just like him. And she asks, what does standing at the top of the world mean? Now that's a tough question. Let me think. And he says, I guess it means you're the best at giving people hopes and dreams. Or something like that. Well, why don't we go see for ourselves that day? At the Longchamp racecourse, to stand at the top of the world, I learned what it truly meant. You take on everyone's dreams and become a shining light that grants hope to the world. Okay, so okay, before I move on, there's actually something very important about this Uma. I forgot her name, or at least the name she is given in the world of Umamusume, because, you know, they're using fake Uma names for 99% of all the foreign Umas in this series. But I believe it is strongly believed by most people that this Uma is based off of Sakura Laurel's, the real life Sakura Laurel's, I mean, sire, and because Laurel's sire, I believe, won the L'Arc de Triomphe. Yeah, there's quite a few characters like that. I believe King Halo's sire also won the L'Arc de Triomphe Grand Prix. But for Laurel specifically, this is a huge deal because being related in Umamusume, you know, it's usually interpreted as her being heavily inspired. And in this case, seeing this Uma winning the L'Arc clearly means a lot to her, as we can see in this next page. I'm sure nothing could ever beat the view from up there. I want to know what it's like too. I want to see that view, feel that sensation. I want to stand at the top of the world, even though it's out of her reach. She can't let go of that dream. And we see the modern day Laurel resting atop of a mountain of bandages. Her legs wrapped in bandages, her arms wrapped in bandages, and reaching for the L'Arc trophy. Just completely out of reach. Wow. Now you can't get it. Like, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Rainbow Quest was his. Why the fuck did I read it as Rainbow Question? That's so dumb. No, Rainbow Quest was his name. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so that is Rainbow Quest, or rather the fake Uma that is strongly believed to be Rainbow Quest. Anyway, let me just update this. Chapter 61.2. There we go. Chapter 61. What it means to stand at the top of the world, Part 2. The origin of their connection. And Laurel says, you saw it too, didn't you? Someday, you should return here, to Europe. Yeah, this is a shot from the first chapter. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, but in French. Sorry, my French is ass, so I'm not even gonna pretend I know how to say it or what. I'll remember how it says. I just know she said nothing ventured, nothing gained. But still... Oh, shit. Hold on. I don't want you to push yourself too hard again, or you'll reach a point you can't return from. This time, you need to be realistic. Realistic? Right now, more than anything else, you should focus on walking normally again. Normally? We can think about what comes out next after that. Am I really... For now, let's just take things one step at a time. Am I really okay with just that? Tsubaki-san, are you saying I should just give up? Yeah, you can tell, yeah, Laurel's smiling here, but... Like... Yeah, there's just these words that really rang to me. You see, I don't know how many of you have played Fire Emblem Three Houses, but I remember at the very start of the game when Violet is the main character is sizing up the three house leaders when he or she gets to the upside down man Claude. They basically say, oh, this guy is smiling a lot, but that smile doesn't reach his eyes. That's pretty much the vibe. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much, I always liked that word, because I remember that this is not the first game to do it, and obviously neither is Star Blossom. That's pretty similar facial expression, but I always had a hard time putting to words, like, say, when someone's clearly forcing themselves to feel more positive than they usually do. So I always like that wording that Three Houses used, like that, but that smile doesn't reach his eyes. 1995 is starting to feel like a tragic year, at least the first half. Not just with Raishao, but also for Naruka, Brian, Sakura, Laurel. Oh yeah, that is true. It's all going crazy. And obviously there's a lot more crazy shit that happens in Japan in 1995, but whether or not Umamusume will fully cover the extent of what happens in Japan in 1995 is up in the air. Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, I kind of understand if they don't want to go there because a lot of the stuff that happens is kind of tragic. They probably just don't want people to remember those events. But at the same time, it would make the story a lot more special if they do add a lot of the details of what exactly happens in Japan in 1995, which I'm clearly skirting around because if Star Blossom does eventually cover those events, then me mentioning what they are spoilers. So let's move on from that. So back to Star Blossom, she says, "Are you saying I should just give up?" And Tsubaki just says, and they remember to, I believe this is the shot of the first chapter when Tsubaki takes Laurel's hand, and that's right. Back then, how could I forget? And Tsubaki suddenly stands up, turns around and says, "I need you to trust me and give me some time." She just immediately walks out of the room. Laurel's looking on, saying, remembering Tsubaki's words. "May I ask you to join me? We can reach the top of the world together." "Of course I'll trust you. I always have. I don't want to lose Laurel. I know this isn't right, but there's still a dream I want to fulfill with her. Found it. A sliver of hope remains." And she's just reading all these books and presumably, the one shot of the library, but then there's another shot in where I presume is, the club room for Team Alkies. Yeah, and we see other members like Chio and Chitose. I believe they're also looking up what Tsubaki told them to find. Okay, I believe Wakubuku. I don't know what the rest of the Japanese says, but I do know that katakana there is some book about walking. But it only shows pictures of people here, I guess, so it's not specifically about Umas. I guess this is kind of similar to the second season of Umamusume after Teo gets fractured and gets the leg fracture and can't participate in the Kika show. John Spica then starts researching everything, how to get Teo back to racing, and looking up stuff like maybe there's some esoteric hot springs that can just heal you up, like if we're in Kid Icarus, and that can just happen. Yeah. Anyway, chapter 52. That is the end of chapter 61, both of them. We are now in chapter 62. Chapter 62. She's no ordinary racer. It's a photo finish. The first place goes to Rice Shower. The winner is Rice Shower at a certain hospital away from the Tracing Academy. This is her second time winning the Spring Tenno Show after 2 years. It's the triumphant return of the hesitant heroine. Oh man, what a comeback. Oh boy. There we go. Rice Shower won the Spring Tenno Show. Well, that means hopefully she can win the Takarazuka Kinen next month, right? Right? Anyway. Too bad for Theater Lady. It could have been her first G1 victory. But it's been a whole 2 years for Rice, right? Isn't that exciting on its own? You're so right. Rice Shower. And we see a really detailed cup of ramen noodles. Her head didn't shift while she was descending the hill. With her low posture and short strides, it should have been bobbing up and down. Was it due to her trunk strength or her anterior pelvic tilt? Maybe it's the way her hip joint is aligned. Hikumori-sensei. He's muttering to himself again. Mutter. Have you heard that one rumor? They say he spoke casually to a professor during a conference again. He's always been like that. Hikumori-sensei. I want to be the protagonist begging her. I want to be like the protagonist of Interstellar begging her not to go in that one meme. Oh, let's just look at it this way. Look at it this way. If she defies destiny there, then things could happen. Things start happening all wrong, and the timeline will be completely broken. You'll see a holographic version of the fuck am I saying? You'll see a holographic version of Gold Ship suddenly popping up, pointing to Rai Shower avoiding the Takarazuka Kinen or outright winning it, and going, You just created a time paradox, and the whole world gets wiped out. Alright. I heard I want to really kind of Kikumori. Alright, it's back to Star Blossom. Kikumori Sensei. And he's eating a very tall glass of cup ramen. You have a visitor. And it's Tsubaki, presumably. This is him, the guy who specializes in treating Umamusume and said to be one of the best doctors around. Snake, what have you done? You've created a time paradox. You need to understand the future. Don't change it. Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. That's exactly what Gold Ship's gonna do. She's gonna pop up in this story suddenly and say, you created a time paradox. You fools. This looks awful. I rarely ever see such severe injuries. I have a favor to ask. What? You want me to perform reconstructive surgery on her legs, right? I know what you're here for, Akeshi-san. Simultaneous fractures in both legs and damage to their ligaments. When she runs, her feet strike the ground with great force. That's what I'm getting from this. The problem lies with, I see, maybe it's because her feet keep doing that. It happens often with fragile racers. None of them seem to know how to hit the brakes. Usually they figure out a way to circumvent this, but this girl, she kept it up until her legs couldn't take it anymore. She's no ordinary racer. How'd she end up like this? And he interrupts her saying, these kind of injuries often have a poor prognosis. You're probably here because you couldn't accept it when they all told you to give up on getting her to race again. Hit the nail on the head, huh? So, what? You think I can pull off a miracle since I got such a good reputation? Well... And he just look at her, well... I imagine he's gonna say, alright, but the medical bill is gonna be insane. You will spend the rest of your life paying this shit off. I'm not expecting him... Okay, but no, seriously. I'm not expecting a miracle. You said that the prognosis is often poor for this kind of injury. That means there's been exceptions in the past. I came here to make her into one of those exceptions. One of those exceptions. Huh? And he closes his laptop. Not happening. How long have you been a trainer? I shouldn't have to tell you this, but even if the surgery succeeds, it's gonna be hell for them afterwards. They'll have to go through 1 year of grueling rehabilitation, or even 2 if things go poorly. There's no guarantee they'll be able to run like they did before, and the one who has to encourage them to keep going despite the pain bringing them to tears is you, not me. That's not part of my job. If things don't work out, even after you gave her so much hope, how will it affect her? Will you be able to accompany her through it all until the very end, no matter what might happen? ... As a member of Team Alkies, you must have heard about that one Arima Kinen. One of your team's trainees suffered a serious injury. She went... No, wait, is this... Wait, I know this one. Is this Sakura? I think her name was his name was Sakura Starro, right? As a member of Team Alkies, you must have heard that one Arima Kinen. One of your team's trainees suffered a serious injury. She went through surgery and a long period of rehab, but she never ran again. That's what you're setting yourself up for. Yeah, I have to look up, but I believe that one's name was Sakura Starro. Yeah, I remember reading about that one. Yeah, it's pretty... that one's pretty fucked up, honestly. And I remember reading it. Long story short is that I actually completely understand why Starro will never be an Umamusume, because I believe the owner of Starro once said that he wishes for him to be reborn in a world where he's not he's not forced to run or do anything like that. So in a way, in a weird sort of way, yeah, depicting Starro as an Umamusume would go against the wishes of his original owner. So I actually, you know, I actually respect Cygames for that. They did reference Starro here, so canonically, Starro is an Uma. We just don't see her. So in a way, Cygames said, actually no, go fuck yourself. She's still an Uma. Wow. Okay. Okay. But the point is, she's not a character depicted within the series visibly. So they didn't mention her name. We have Cygames has plausible deniability, alright, but we all know, everyone knows who this is, alright? Moving on. That's what you're setting yourself up for. Are you saying I should just give up? And Tsuaki, a determined look, saying, of course I'll accompany her. This is her letter of consent. It reads, I want to be able to run again, no matter the consequences. My trainee, Laurel, wrote this herself. Letter of consent. Okay, let me wait. Did they actually translate all of that, or did she write that? No, they had to translate all that. Hold on. I, Sakura Laurel, hereby consent to the performing of the surgery upon my legs. I finally understand the potential risks associated with this procedure when they may include a land. Okay, yeah. Basically, the point is, yeah, I thought they wouldn't reference Starro at all. Yeah, no, for sure. Oh, for sure. I don't blame you for for thinking they never referenced it, because, like I said, the original owner desires for Starro after he passed away completely go against the concept of Umamusume. But I guess Cygames just decided, yeah, you know what? Fuck you. Starro's an Uma now. I mean, they don't say it's Starro, but like I said, we know. We know. Everyone knows. If this is hell she's walking into, then I'm going with her, even if we have to crawl our way out. Oh wait, is this and doctor's just remembering. Wait, is this Tsubaki's dad? Oh, yeah, he's bowing down to him. Oh, that's actually pretty interesting to think about that. Tsubaki's dad may have also gone to the doctor and said, okay, my daughter's about to ask you to do something really insane. Please at least listen to her. I think I read that his owner didn't even bury Starro's saddle and other equipment with him. Oh wow. That's yeah. Yeah, he really just didn't want Starro to be forced to run again, which is understandable because yeah, the whole situation regarding Starro is just really messed up. Is that all you wanted to say? Yeah, especially the other one that really made me feel is when the owner essentially said Starro was like a son to him, and man, he's like, yeah, I get it. And you know what? Yeah, I get it. We've all had stuff like pets that just feel really close to us, and when they pass away, it's like you're just wondering, you're just left with an incredible feeling of emptiness. And it probably goes double for horse racing, considering it's not just like a regular ass pet, like a cat living in your house. It's way more demanding. The animal there is way more demanding in terms of their physical needs, plus all the training they go through for horse racing. Yeah, I've heard enough. Go home. And Sumaki thinks, oh shit, like, is he telling me fuck off? You'll need to go through the hospital transfer procedure and get a letter of introduction from her primary physician. You'll also need to give another explanation to her parents and a report to your team. You've got a mountain of things to use. We better get to it. Does that mean I'm saying I'll do the surgery? Don't you understand Japanese? I have a letter of introduction right here. Calm down. That girl's got talent. I only come across fractures like this once in a blue moon. I'm going to give her a thorough examination. However, You'd better be prepared to carry out your promise to accompany her through hell. Oh boy. The that is the go through accompany her through hell is the understatement of the century. I will, sir. And she bows down, just instantly dropping all the other papers she has. And sometime later. Oh, he has one of those sideways monitors. I always thought of getting another monitor and having it sideways, but yeah, I mean, I guess it's not really that necessary. I'd say two monitors is fine for me. Maybe I'll get a third in the future, but I don't think I really need it now. Hey, it's me, Kikomori. We haven't spoken in a while. I wonder how many years it's been since that girl's surgery. One of your trainers came to visit me just now. Oh, I know. It's not because of you. You probably found me through an old journal or something. She's rather stubborn. It's like that one saying, the apple never falls far from the tree. Your daughter really does take after you, you know? Oh, yeah, so that's what the flashback was about. So Tsubaki's dad was talking to him about Starro, yeah. And then Tsubaki gets to the taxi area and she sees Brian's trainer. Forgot her name, but yeah, that's Brian's trainer. With their trainees both injured, the two trainers meet at last. And that's it. I think that's it, right? Yep. Chapter 62 is donezo. Donezo. Yep. And with that, we are fully caught up with Star Blossom, man. Well, what a story we've got here. It's definitely shaping up to be one of the crazier one of the better stories from this series. Honestly, I was thinking of making a stream, either a stream or a video, I haven't decided yet, where I rank every single entry in Umamusume. Where I rank everything. It's not gonna be like a tier list, it's gonna be ranking everything from worst to best. Obviously, I still got a few things to go through. I gotta read through Umameshi, Starting Gate, and that one Gold Ship weirdo spin-off. Your reading of 62 makes it sound like the chapter's longer than usual. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of it is also just me getting sidetracked and yapping. If a normal person were to read a short manga chapter like that, they'd probably get through it like that within 10 minutes tops, even at a slower than normal reading speed. Yeah, I'd say the most manga chapters, stuff like I said, Shonen Jump and Umamusume isn't really any different. You can probably get through them because there isn't really that much dialogue compared to a lot of things, and a lot of the chapters are taken up by art of reaction shots and stuff and the like, and panning shots, of course. Obviously, all of it's fine, and I do appreciate the art, but a lot of people probably don't look through the art too much and just get through the dialogue just real quick, get through it. It's completely understandable, but I do want to at least pace myself and enjoy it. D2 sounds like an extremely pivotal point in the story. Oh, yeah, it is. Anyway. And now we are done. Caught up with Star Blossom. Like I said, this is wow, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, what I was trying to say earlier is that I was thinking of making either a video or a stream where I rank every single entry in Umamusume, and without really getting too ahead of myself, I would definitely rank Star Blossom easily towards the top. It has just about everything I really enjoy about the series, and it's like I said in my previous read-through, that it's just as much Tsubaki's story as it is Laurel's, and my favorite entries in this series are the ones that do treat the trainers with just as much importance as the trainees. All right. Next. Yeah, everyone knows what's gonna happen here. We know. The final round. I have not seen this yet. As a reminder, here's the win rate of my characters. As you can tell, it is complete, straight up, booty cheeks. Alright, the win rate is complete booty cheeks. Sprint CMs are easily some of my weaker entries within my CM lineup. But this time, everyone knows that sprint CMs are typically very RNG heavy. Therefore, we are about to experience that there is a chance that in my Group B final round, I may win. Not because I'm better than everyone else here, but because the three goddesses decided that I was going to win that today. Let's all embrace the RNG right after this break. Give me a minute. Alright, it's time, ladies and gentlemen. I believe in the series being at its strongest when they treat Train like a real character too, and Star Blossom fully explores how Suaki feels whenever anything happens to Laurel. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks for arriving, Holix Potato, and good to hear that I'm not the only one. Now, here we go. Leo Cup, final round. As I've mentioned before, my win rate is booty cheeks, but in sprint CMs, it is generally agreed that it is not the best horse who wins. It is simply the RNGesus, the three goddesses, will simply go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch an Uma by the toe, and choose who wins. Oh, let's go! Let's go! Here we go. Everyone is in a great mood. I got into 8, but I got RNG held into the last place because 2 of my Umas got late starts. Ah, wow, yeah. I would be really frustrated if that happened to me. Okay, so we see 2 UG ranks here. That is definitely something. Oh my god. Here we go. The 5th favorite by Current-chan. I'm gonna be honest, I made this thing quickly in the middle of round 2 because on the first day of round 2, I lost all 3 rounds. All 5 races, one after the other. So I decided on day 2, you know what? Fuck it. I need to make something that will push me into Group B finals. I don't care if I reverse podium. I just need to get there. I just need to be there. The whole lineup was UG with good skills. Oh, yeah. This is gonna be so crazy. Oh, boy. Anyway, Ace. This is just some bullshit I made. This is quite literally my first ever current run outside of Trackblazer. Because I did do a run with current before Trackblazer. Before in Trackblazer, I mean. But when did the new Unity Cup, I did this run. It was also the first time I saw her career mode. Also, I just want to point out the funny thing, the really funny thing about this current that she didn't even give me the first win in round 2, day 2. It was actually this Suzuka who gave me the first win. But just barely though. Just barely. She was about, I think it was by about half a lane, something crazy like that, where she was just about to get overtaken at the final stretch, but she was able to just squeak out a win. And we got, of course, all this other shit here onto her. Could everything be better? Of course it can. I'm nowhere near an expert, and I'm not even gonna try to be, or pretend to be. I also made this Maya because I genuinely had no idea what else to put into this thing. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. This Maya got an S sprint. Let's throw her in. And the craziest thing is that she has, I believe she has some of the highest win rate. Had previously the highest win rate. All my wins, my 3 wins in round 1 that got me into Group A came from her. But I believe it's because she has enough skills that push her speed up to Grand Con levels. Corinne and Mant is absolute hell at the end of the day. Like we would at our cafe. Yeah, no, true. Especially cafe, dude. I really wanted to make cafe work during the Track Blazer era. And it is so fucked. It is so fucked trying to get anyone that doesn't automatically start with A and mile and medium to work. That Track Blazer generally was a pretty cool idea, but if your favorite Umas, if your Oshis did not automatically come with A and mile and medium, Cygames was basically telling you either waste a bunch of legacies trying to make them usable, or you can go fuck yourself. Because I understand, I get it, because the way this shit works is similar to real life Japanese horse racing, which is very much heavily focused on turf mediums and miles in that order, with longs and sprints being very few and far between. But from a gameplay perspective, they absolutely should have just done something to make it more bearable. And fortunately, they didn't exactly do that. Anyway, I stopped playing JP Uma when Mant came out. That game suffered with its existence. True. I heard that even Global's player numbers also tanked when Scenario 3 came out. Although I gotta say, apparently, the global... Unfortunately for you, however, you are aptitude-less. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is Cafe every time she enters Track Blazer. Problem, Matt, is horses don't race nearly that much in real life either. No, yeah, true. There's a mountain of problems with Mant, PB, Scenario 3. There's a mountain of problems. But I remember the whole thing about the player numbers tanking, though. What I was trying to say is that apparently that was an exaggeration, because I believe, I don't know how true this is generally. It could have just been someone talking out of their ass, but allegedly the lowest the global player numbers for Uma ever went is 6,000. Now, as you know, 6,000 active players per day, it's still within the top 100 of most played games on Steam. So it's not too bad. Of course, the new Unity Cup did cause a spike in player numbers that definitely fixed it up. Not entirely, but it's definitely in a much better state now than it used to be. I think with the upcoming half anniversary, it'll definitely get better. That one reporter in the TV story wasn't far off of the player mistreating their Uma. I mean, yeah, I want good stats. I want higher rankings. What else do you want me to do? The #1 favorite is this King Halo and oh boy howdy, can I understand why. This is definitely a real nasty one. But the real one I'm actually afraid of is this thing. Taiki Shuttle. Thanks to Unity Cup getting a big boost way earlier in Global. Taiki Shuttle, a scenario link character, is one of the top picks for this CM. Every time I've seen, like most of the time in this CM, this is obviously a very small sample size, but this is definitely one of the big winners. This is one of the big winners of this CM. In hindsight, I probably should have just trained my own, moved on with my life. Just don't think, just go. But at the very least, I just want to be, I just want to be different. I want to be totally different, even if it negatively impacts my CM records. Okay, we have this Bakshin, someone threw together the night before, but who knows? It could win. It could still win. Same with this Taiki. This Taiki could still win. And then there's this Bamboo Memory. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. I think honestly the reason I'm just kind of feeling like with this CM in particular is because this is the first CM where Miss Victoria is available. And I'm not gonna lie to you folks. Listen, I'm gonna keep it clean. I'm just gonna be completely transparent, brutally honest with everyone here. If neither of these three win this at the very end, if anyone else but these three touch the finish line, my ass is skipping the concert. I'm not going there. No, I don't care. I don't care if that makes me look like a salty bitch. Nope. We're moving on. We have better things to do in our life than celebrate some other asshole's victory. So, without further ado, victory or death. Actually, wait, hold on. I always read this because I like stalling everything. The climatic conclusion: run like the wind. The final round of the champions meeting. Leo Cup is here at last. This race will be won for the history books. Witness the birth of a new legend with your own eyes. Trainer of note, Dice, has finally made it here. This trainer has showed up at every preliminary race when it mattered. This competition will be fierce, but they won't let this win slip from their grasp. Curran-chan, tell us what we should look out for during the race. I'm serious about my speed and cuteness. I'll dash to the front in the blink of an eye, so don't blink. This Umamusume is determined to win. Her strong showing in the prelims make her a contender here for sure. Show us a triumphant victory. More reasonable than Palmer's trainer not being there to celebrate her win that one race in the anime. I mean, to be fair, my Umas are also going to be dancing in the concert. But honestly, if I was really there, I would just sit them, all three of them down and go, listen, girls, ladies, I'm going to keep it a stack with y'all. If none of you three get the finish line first, I'm not even going to be at the concert. Just don't even look for me in the audience. My ass will not be there. Just enjoy it with everyone else. Like, I'm gonna be at the bar, drinking and crying and shitting and spitting. Yeah. Sakura Bakshino, please tell us what Bakushin spot you'd recommend. Good question. Riverbanks and hallways are fine, but nothing beats the race course. A promising win rate with a total win rate of... Bruh. Bruh. 2%? Man, that is a backhanded compliment right there, damn. Her performance so far has been a sight to see. Grab hold of first place. King Halo, please give us a few words to your family at home. I'll prove my skill in my own way, and that's a promise. She fought fiercely all the way here. Will her fan support fuel her explosive natural ability? Race to the top! My highest placing was the late start current in third, so like I didn't even watch the concert. Yeah, I get it. I'm gonna be the same. Okay, so this guy literally just threw a bamboo memory together that he just like threw in. Yeah, wow. Okay. Anyway, now that we've read everything, for real this time, victory or death. Honestly, I think I just need to chill the fuck out because honestly, I should probably just get a heart rate monitor whenever I watch CMs because for some reason in this one, my heart rate is spiking. And I don't know, I feel like I should just take a long walk outside. I feel like I should just go take a long walk outside before watching this because, oh my god, I feel as though I am so nervous right now. I may actually fart while watching this. But anyway, let's go. Let's go. We're not fast forwarding. We're not skipping. We have to watch everything. directly. Champions meeting. Leo Cup Finals. Nakayama Turf. 1200 meters.
ついに大舞台の幕が開けます。レオ杯決勝。現在一番人気はここまで無敗。
Alright, say that. I won Group B finals in Bakushi, even though she had a late start and didn't win a round during the brief time I used her. Oh, that's cool. Nice, congrats. I hope you enjoyed the Miss Victoria win. It's kind of funny. Getting it with the first Miss Victoria win in Bakushin, though, that's kind of funny. I mean, I get it, because Bakushin is the sprint Chad of Japan. It's more so how she's just depicted in Uma, she's just really goofy, so imagining her getting the Miss Victoria win and singing the really cool Miss Victoria song. Yeah, it's just a very fun image to think about. I thought my flower win, she got all the wins round 2A too. Oh wow. So I just realized, yeah, so many people probably got Nishino, fucking the goblin herself, as their first Miss Victoria concert. Wow. I can only imagine. I mean, if you like Nishino, that's fine and all, but it's just that I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say that's probably not a lot of people's favorite Uma. So it's definitely a very complicated feeling to imagine that as your first Miss Victoria. Oh, Suzuka, please stay up front. Suzuka. No, the King Halo's going. Ah, no. It's over. It's over. Yep, King Halo got it. Congrats to the King Halo man, because King Halo stands are the Giga Chads of Umamusume, truly. And their devotion will be rewarded in part 2, where she's a true heroine and not a sort of surrogate daughter like in yeah, oh my god, I am like I told you, look, listen, I already told all 3 of my girls, ladies, I'm sitting you all down before I'm sitting y'all down. Like, this is me, like, just imagine me, trainer son, just sitting down Kurin, Suzuka, and Maya going, listen, ladies, I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all. If any of you 3 do not cross the finish line first, y'all can go enjoy the concert, have fun with it. But don't even bother looking to the audience. My ass is not gonna be there. Alright, I'm gonna be in the bar spending my entire paycheck on drinking away my sorrows. You're not gonna see me there. You're probably gonna have to, one of y'all is gonna have to drive me back to the apartment. I'm gonna be way too fucking drunk to drive. Just forget it. Yep, at least Kurin got 2nd place. At least Kurin got 2nd place, but... Yep, man. Yeah, there was a point in the race where it did look like... Suzuka was gonna take it, but then that King Halo just shot up and took it. Which makes sense, she was the #1 favorite. Hey look, Flower gave Bakushin her first and only sprint loss. Gotta respect the name. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, Flower's like actually good. Like, all the Umas that are depicted in Umamusume are really good. But yeah, it's more so that I have a sneaking suspicion most people playing Umamusume on the English-speaking side of the world probably don't have Flower as their favorite and are just using her as a means to an end. I imagine you as this one super creek edit where it's her doing level 1 wit training, but it's zoomed out and the pencil's replaced with a big cigar, and her seriously look like she's a tired adult. I don't think I've seen that edit, but that sounds really funny. To concert. Yeah, no. We got death. Oh well. Well, at the very least, the good news is that the next race is a medium. The bad news is it's a dirt. But I already have dirt Umas that can probably pull this off. I'm thinking of bringing digital Christmas Oguri and maybe just nice nature, some dirt evil nature, just bringing her along. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else to bring because my stack of characters isn't super crazy. Let me see if I can. Right, so oh my god, what the fuck? No, nah, that's not the only dirt. Fuck off, game. Nah, go fuck yourself. That's not the only dirt Umas I have. Let me go to medium. I think this is a better factor to determine what I have. Also, I applied the advice you gave me about moving my alarm clock far away or so that I have to get up, and it's definitely getting me to actually get up in bed. Thank you for advice. Yeah, you're welcome. It's just that's pretty normal advice, but yeah, it's definitely something I've been working towards. And also, just getting morning shifts helps a lot because when your job's on the line, you absolutely will get your ass out of bed. I bring Digit on to literally every CM no matter what, so the next CM is just an opportunity. Oh, congrats. Dirt CMs are absolutely an opportunity to get her in. Yeah, so I'm sticking her and Christmas Oguri and just nice nature because there isn't really anyone else that probably I would probably bring because Condor's fine, but I'm just, you know, between Condor and Christmas Oguri, I'm just thinking, you know, I'll just bring the meta option. I'm fine if Oguri wins it. I'm fine. I would prefer if Cafe is my first Miss Victoria dub, but it's not a huge issue. What do you got? Dirt E? I guess someone's probably gonna bring McQueen. That could be fun. What else could I bring? I mean, I guess there's really just nothing else because, like we've seen here, the only dedicated Dirt Umas are these. Besides these two are these, and I don't have. Yeah, so I don't have Smart Falcon or Inari one. I don't have Kopano Riki, but she only recently came out, and I'm saving Pulse for the 22nd. Well, maybe not the 22nd. I want to do a Dirt Ayabe for next CM. Would be fun. Oh, that's interesting. I think Ayabe's Dirt rating starts at G, so so good luck with that. Yeah, I've been trying to get every single trophy on Cafe, and trying to raise a character from a G rating on their aptitude is not great. It is absolutely not great to try to get them past their G aptitude. What even is Kopano Riki? Grunt, pace, and A. Mile, medium, sprint. Okay, I see it. Alright, I heard she's really good. I didn't know why though. Natty one has Turf A and Dirt A, which is pretty crazy. Mile B, too. I think isn't this sort of this more or less the same situation as Oguri? Just that Oguri's longest B while Miles A. Yeah, I think so. Obviously, she's an end closer. So, well, actually, I think end closer is fine. The only other Dirt Umas I have besides Urara, Default New Year, are Ella and Oguri. Oh, there you go. G rating is just a suggestion. Well, all aptitudes are just a suggestion with enough luck and inspirations. Anyway, to remind the good people what the heck have I been doing. This is what the heck I've been doing. Cafe, every single trophy. I'm missing this, the Zen Nippon Junior Yushun. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this is completely fucked trying to get this. Because the highest I can possibly take Cafe's rank aptitudes are Dirt in are D on Dirt and Mile. And yeah, that's not enough. It's absolutely by no means is that enough. I need far more than Dirt D, Mile D. Both need to be at C. If they're not at C, the odds I win a G1 go way down. to the point that I probably shouldn't just even bother. And the thing is, this is a year 1 only trophy. So if I don't get this in year 1, then there's no wait till next year, the next year in the game, get the inspirations. No, you're just doing it, plain Jane, the way she came. I already got Tokyo High with Cafe, so we got one of the dirt sprints. And I believe we have everything here. The only thing we're missing is actually this. We're missing the Tokyo Sprint, which is a late April trophy. Late April. And you all know what that means, right? It means we quite literally cannot even attempt this as Cafe without Track Blazer. This is quite literally impossible to get with Cafe outside of Track Blazer. And of course, I've been getting every single other trophy with Cafe. The only thing I'm missing is the URA finale with sprints, which I should be doing pretty soon, actually. I'm thinking about it. And the problem is that she has just way too many mediums. I'll have to do so many sprint races. It's possible. It's just kind of annoying. That's what I got. It's just kind of annoying to get it. Then we got King Halo, Techie Shuttle, and Bakshin and Karen are all sprint racers. So I need to get a sprint Cafe that doesn't stink. So in the meantime, I've just been doing her other legend races, such as the ones that are medium, and of course, soon the ones that are long. Got Opera, but that's because I was farming her pieces. Cafe here. Not really much else to say. Legend races are pretty much just do them as they come. I do have an S mile Cafe to grab all these. Shouldn't be too hard. If anything, just the more annoying ones are gonna be these. I know technically I don't have to get it right now because eventually the power creep when career mode stats is gonna get so high that you can very likely just brute force this trophy through raw stats alone. The thing is that from what I heard, it should be possible. It should be possible because I know there are people that got the completionist title with Urara, and their version of this trophy would be the Hopeful Stakes. Good old Hopeful Stakes. Urara has the G in Turf and Medium, meaning that they have to somehow win Hopeful Stakes with a Urara that has a D in Medium and Turf. Not sure how they pulled it off, but I may have to study from the wisdom of the old masters and see how did they do it and if that is repeatable. Can I pull that off? I gotta get around to these, but I've been spending every day farming Teo shards. I get her tomorrow. Hype. Oh, nice. For my shards, I can get a Opera. Wait, hold on. What? Yeah, so I can unlock Opera. The reason I haven't done that is because there is a possibility I get her from just pulling for characters. Now, it will be a while before I pull for characters, but I've been thinking about it, and it'll probably be a while before I actually seriously do Opera's career mode or anything like, or actually try to build a very strong version of her. So I've decided I gave myself a limit, and it's, I believe, the Nakayama Festa banner in October. Yeah, I believe Nakayama comes out in October. And if I pull for her and I do not get Opera off banner, I'm immediately just clicking the unlock. Because it's going to be a much longer time before I go back to pulling for characters. Anyway, now that we're done with all the nonsense, we can get back here. And as you can see, I've been trying to get this. With this. It hasn't exactly been going well. You can imagine. It has not exactly been going well. The shop luck hasn't been great. The mood downs have been killing me. Cafe needs her Sunday silence genes to kick in. Silence experience on American Dirt Track will be really helpful for that final G1 there. No, yeah, bro, that's what I've been saying. Cafe should just talk to her friend and just swap places for her. Swap places with her, I mean. They look identical, so who's gonna know, right? Just swap in, have her friend win, and then just swap back in with Cafe at the podium. Of course, all of this is assuming it'll go well this time. Trust, because I'm watching now. True. Give me your luck. By the way, I'm not even gonna attempt that race in the... Oh my god. I was about to say I'm not even gonna attempt it because I need to win Hopeful Stakes, but I'm not even winning Hopeful Stakes. And I'm not gonna repeat anything with the clocks because I need every single clock for the Tokyo Sprint. Okay. Oh, yeah. I should probably show this off before I continue. Just as a quick for the record. As a quick for the record for everyone. Let me just point out that yes, I already have the Cafe Completionist trophy. I mean, achievement title. I already have it. I don't need to get every other trophy. It is actually just... I'm doing this not for the title, because I already have it. I'm doing this for the love of the game. Well, for the love of Cafe is probably the better way to word it, but the point is, if I don't get every single trophy with Cafe, even after getting this, and just ignore all the new trophies that come out, people will be able to rightfully call me a fake-ass motherfucker. I gotta get going. Rip, good luck, good luck. Alright, yeah, take care. Yeah, like I said, I need to... well, it's not so much I need to, but more so I really want to get every trophy with Cafe. I will get everything. You watch. Real? Really? Could be that Cafe's cortisol levels were too high and needs a hot spring trip. Well, yeah, if she could get the hot spring ticket, that would work. That could work. I've only ever gotten the hot spring ticket with Cafe the one time. That was eons ago. That was close to when she first came out. And I don't think it was the first ever run I got with her, but it was definitely one of the first few runs I ever did with her. Also, Jesus fucking Christ, Cafe, you are killing me with these mood downs. You are actually just annihilating me. You are actually just killing me with these. Okay. We got inspo. We got inspo. Let's see what we got. Dirt, sprint, dirt, sprint, dirt, sprint. Not even. Not even. We have one more inspiration to go through. And I'm going to be honest with everyone. If that doesn't hit, there's a real shot we're not getting Tokyo Sprint in this run. And if that's true, I'm not even finishing the rest of the run. I'm dumpstering the whole thing and starting over. That's going to take this is going to take way too long. It's not worth it for me to do the rest of the run. Especially with how long Track Blazer already is. And I don't want to keep running this. I'm quite literally only running this because I don't have a choice. It is the best way to get the trophy. And in the Tokyo Sprint's case, it is the only way to get the... Oh, God. Oh, golly. It's the only way to get the trophy. It's possible to run Junior Yushun in outside of Track Blazer, but you don't get multiple tries with the clock, so I don't even bother. Understand? Not much else to say. It's just regular Track Blazer run things. When we get closer to Tokyo Sprint, then there will be things to talk about. For better or for worse. I actually wanted to mention this before I forget that that due to Sony recently announcing that they're gonna shut down the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita store, I've been going back to I've actually reconnected my PlayStation 3 and I've been downloading a few of the games back into my system that I know I want to keep playing. The games I want to replay someday that I got as downloads on the PS3 are Final Fantasy VII, as in the OG Final Fantasy VII, obviously because remakes only on PS4. Yakuza 5, I remember Yakuza 5 was the first time I ever played any game in the series and I loved it. I absolutely want to replay it someday. Although I think I might save my replay of Yakuza 5 for around the time, whenever I get to the other games in the series, because I got a confession to make. Yakuza 5 is the only game I played of Yakuza. I know Yakuza 0 was a big deal when it first came out a few years after 5. I never played it. And I actually own Yakuza 0 physically. I actually have a copy of it. I just haven't actually played it. It's funny because I believe my brother played it and a few of my real life friends played it. They thought, oh dude, I want to get into Yakuza. And sure, I just told them, sure, here you go. And to see that, and that's just the thing about physical copies. Physical copies give you the option to share the game. The physical future is ours now, man. Yeah, but that's what I was saying. Physical copies give you the option to lend the games with your friends. A friend of mine was able to play through Yakuza thanks to me owning a physical copy of it. If physical copies didn't exist, then they would have never been able to play it. They would have just straight up never been able to play it. And I think that's definitely something that I think not enough people are talking about when it comes to physical games. The preservation aspect is definitely important. Yakuza 0 is a great example. The only way to play Yakuza 0 right now is through the director's cut version that's on Steam. And I haven't played Yakuza 0 director's cut myself, so I can't really verify how true these claims are, but apparently the director's cut version of 0 is significantly worse compared to the original. It is significantly worse. Same thing with Yakuza 3 Kiwami. 3 Kiwami is significantly worse compared to the original version of Yakuza 3 or even Yakuza 3 Remastered. And Yakuza 3 Remastered did get a physical release as part of a collection that also contained 4 and 5. But if it weren't for that, then it would not have been possible to play through that game. At least in its original, better version. You could say that's the point. You could say that's the point, but that obviously, yeah, that's the point. Companies want you to play the version of the games that they feel is the best one, even if everyone else in the world disagrees. But you see, that's my point. Why don't we have the ability to choose which version of the games to play? Hey, if someone wants to play through the original version of, say, Final Fantasy VII, the PS1, the one on PS1, and not the version of it that's available on Steam with all the cute little doodahs and fixes they do, are they wrong for that? Are they wrong for wanting to experience the game in its original format? No need to fear your games, movies, or shows getting taken down or having multiple accounts across different sites or share accounts when you can have and share a physical disc. True, yeah, exactly. When you have a physical disc, the companies can't just come in and take away the disc. And more importantly, if the companies do something, say, release a version of the game that's considered unpopular, say, as is the case with Yakuza 0 Director's Cut and 3 Kiwami, then it doesn't matter. You still have the original version of the games that at least give you an option of experiencing how those games were when they originally released. And is it wrong to want to experience the original version of those games when they were released? Why do companies not like it when you play the original version of these type of games? Why did I get Triumphant Pulse? What the fuck? Oh, by a head. That's crazy. Not sure if it's still an option in stores nowadays. So there's some big retailers, but I hope that the option to rent games or movie shows is still a thing. So if we don't like it, we can give it back, and if we don't like it, we can keep paying. So yeah, it used to be back in my day. We could just rent games at the local Blockbuster or Video Avenue. We could rent games, we could rent movies, and if we like them, then we can go ahead and buy a copy of those games eventually. That's how I remember way back when there was still a Video Avenue in my hometown, my mom would take me and my siblings down to there, and we would all pick at least one movie to watch over the weekend. We would all get together and watch a lot of movies. We ended up watching a lot of movies back in the day, thanks to that. But unfortunately, that is no longer possible. It is no longer possible to rent movies. The closest thing to renting movies is Netflix. And the thing, when Netflix first came out, it was an amazing deal because the majority of the most popular movies that you'll want to ever see were there. It wasn't perfect, but it was one consolidated place where with just a monthly payment, you can watch whatever movie you wanted with no ads, no need to worry. Fast forward, what, 20 years later? Netflix is a fucking shit show. If you want to keep every single company wants to do their own like little rental service like Netflix. Everyone wants to have their own version of Netflix. Everyone wants to have, and all the content you want to watch is divided between multiple streaming services. And the worst part is that they have ads. Imagine paying for something monthly and you still have to sit through ads. Brother, we already had that. That was cable. There's a reason why Netflix became popular all those years ago. Oh, genuinely, I don't even pay for Netflix. The only times I ever watch anything on Netflix is I just go to a family member's house and just mooch off their Netflix, watch whatever I want, and then just immediately leave. Would be cool to bring back those game kiosks and try out demos at stores. I watched a 15-minute video about the development and launch of Halo 1 saw footage of kids trying to demo at Walmart and other stores. Oh yeah, demos of games. Those were awesome. Just getting to play demos of games, even if you didn't actually get to buy the game eventually, even if you can at least try it out. You can at least say, well, the game I don't think it's gonna be for me, but at the very least, you know, the demo's here, so I can at least give it a fair shake. It won't cost me anything to actually give it a shot, and that's fine, because being able to move out of your comfort zone and try out things that you maybe don't think you're gonna enjoy is important to develop your taste. Even if you eventually think, yeah, it's pretty much what I expected, it's not for me, it doesn't matter. You were only able to find that out by actually playing the demo of the game at the kiosks. Or by renting the movie out in Video Avenue. Oh yeah, I fucked myself up. I bought that. I shouldn't have bought that. Wow, the fact that the game lets you buy that is so fucked up. They shouldn't let you buy that. The game should stop you from doing something really stupid. Other game kiosks will even survive in today's online culture and talk. They will survive big shots, try to steal or break kiosks to prevent others from eating kids to try the game and hog it up for playtime. I don't remember how kiosks were done back in the day, but I don't remember people hogging the game. At least in all the stores I've gone to. The closest thing I've ever seen is just dudes hanging around the game and just talking about it. Yeah, that's the closest thing, that you would just have people just hanging around the kiosks and just talking about it to the point that it would be, at least to me, it felt very distracting to have a bunch of people on the side of the, besides the game kiosk talking, that it was difficult for me to try to focus on the game. But honestly, yeah, you do have a point. There would probably be assholes who decide to stream themselves, just being an absolute menace to society and for views on the internet. And the thing, when you think about it, it's like the thing is, people were assholes before, but they did it. Nowadays, people feel that they have a. It's kind of fucked up to think about that. A lot of people feel that they have a monetary incentive now to act like an absolute menace to society. Yeah, I will go viral if I act like a fucking idiot in public. No. Hopefully you don't. I would hope that you don't and your endeavors are completely unsuccessful. Well, we're in a good mood, and that's not good. Hopefully I could just have my one order or wait until Christmas birthday. Get a new Xbox 360 controller or two, or at least just a new battle pack so I can play. Oh, no, that'd be pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. Like getting back into classic consoles. And yeah, I know, calling the OG, the Xbox 360 a classic console is insane. Makes me feel like that one gif of that guy rapidly aging. But yeah, getting back into classic consoles, I've genuinely felt more interested in going back to older game consoles and trying out games I didn't play back in the day, more so than But yeah, I've genuinely felt more interested in trying out classic games that I didn't get to try out back in the day because of either just lack of knowledge, not knowing that the game existed, or just not having the money to be able to purchase every game I wanted to play when I was growing up. There's actually this one game I bought. I actually bought a few months ago a PlayStation 2 copy of the English release of Sakura Wars 5. So I actually have a copy of Sakura Wars 5 for PS2. It's actually pretty cool because it comes with 2 discs. There's a disc that has the Japanese version and the Japanese voice acting, I mean, and another disc. It's the same game but with an English dub. I thought, wow, that's really cool. Remember when games nowadays? People complain that, oh no, everything needs to be digital because by people I really mean just companies. Everything needs to be fucking digital because we just don't have enough space. Bro, back in my day, we just put that bitch in 2 discs and called it a day. Matter of Talents is a peaceful life. Yeah, exactly. Very, very peaceful life. It is immensely peaceful to play with online games that you don't need to go online and install the day 1 patch. And you don't need to worry if the game was unfinished, and so they use the day 1 patch to actually finish the game, or at least add something to make it not completely fucking suck. Okay, we have right. This is a right-handed track. We want right-handed. All right-handed. I guess shoot for victory makes sense. Nice. There's something else we can get. I don't think there's anything else. Wow, maybe late surger savvy and yeah, that's it. Yeah. All right, here we go. And now, this is my attempt at getting the last G3 trophy. I am missing Wet Cafe. In 1 moment, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Oh boy. This is our first attempt at Manhattan Cafe's Tokyo Sprint. Oh man. But like I said, it's not just Yakuza 5 and Final Fantasy 7. My brother also bought Final Fantasy 8 and 9 a few years ago. And I haven't played through them before. I definitely want to try them out. I'm not really a big Final Fantasy guy, as crazy as that sounds, because I'm really into Kingdom Hearts. But I'm willing to give them a shot. Willing to play through those games for the first time. They will be the PS3 versions, which are pretty close to the original PlayStation 1 version of those games. They don't have any fancy doodahs like speed up or reduced random encounters. None of that jazz. No, we are playing the good old plain Jane games as they originally were presented, or at least the PS3 version, which is fairly close, I believe.
ゲートでも落ち着いていて好気配ですね。素晴らしい走りを期待したいです。
各馬娘ゲートに入って体勢整いました。さあゲートが開いた。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。
みんな集中してましたね。好レースが期待できそうです。
I will say, as far as non-gacha games go, I do want to replay through every single game in the Kingdom Hearts series. I have no idea when Kingdom Hearts 4 will come out. I really doubt Kingdom Hearts 4 will come out next year. I highly, highly doubt that. But I do believe that it makes a lot of sense to replay through all of the games sooner rather than later. Because I have a gut feeling that it's gonna come out, and the day it comes out, I won't have the time to play through all the games. Because Kingdom Hearts isn't really a terribly long RPG series. Oh my god, Cafe got it. Holy shit, good mood. Go, Cafe! Go! Yeah! Dude, would you believe me if I told you that I did a run where Cafe had better stats, had a C in dirt and sprint, and she still fucking threw all 5 attempts. Whereas this Mickey Mouse ass run with D and dirt and sprint is what actually got it. Okay. Yep, there you go. Yep, you heard that right. I tried an attempt where she had a C in dirt and mile and sprint. I mean, dirt and sprint. She had a great mood. I burned 5 clocks. She won none of them. This attempt, she had a good mood. Way worse stats than before. And she got it. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think there's any real rhyme or reason to what determines if you win a race. At least the lower grade race. I think there's definitely a lower standard to what you win. I mean, what I meant to say is that it's much easier to win a G1 and G2 versus G2 and a G3 versus a G1. A G1, you need to have everything set up. You need to be absolutely cracked as all hell. I remember getting the Breeders' Cup Sprint trophy. That was the last G1 I was missing for Cafe in before these new races came out. I did it in Unity. She got C in Dirt and Sprint. I was worried I wasn't gonna take it, but she actually won with server lengths, just because having a C in Dirt and Sprint is the bare minimum you need to actually win, plus the just the stats. The stats you get in Unity are insane. You largely just outstat everything around you. Just completely brutalize the competition. No words needed. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the trophy room. All right. So, as we mentioned, that's the only G1 trophy we're missing. That's it. And as I've mentioned before, I know that there is what Akapa told me that there is someone that got the completionist title with Urara. That person had to go through Hopeful Stakes, which is essentially the Urara's version of Cafe trying to get this trophy. So I would need to see what did that attempt entail. How did the winning attempt of Urara getting the Hopeful Stakes trophy look like? And then try to imitate or at least apply the lessons that person took onto my Cafe attempt. I definitely feel that it is possible. See, got every G2 and every G3. Oh boy, that is looking good. Looking real. I don't know when they're gonna add more races. They probably will, but at least for now, I can just chill and focus on the EX races. Now, I'm not sure if I should really do. I mean, I guess I could try to get the URA finale final sprints. Just try to get a good sprint cafe going and just do every single possible sprint race I can. Just to get this, and then we got everything. Sounds like that one part of the 2020-26 Japanese Derby, the odds of a horse making it and winning the race were shown. Well, I can get this in Unity, so I can just get some killer stats with Cafe in Unity. And just win this easily. And then whatever crazy sprint horse I make here, I can just simply use here. See? Okay. So let me just delete the data. Good. Could you imagine if you had to finish the run to keep the trophy? Imagine if me deleting the data meant that the game just went, actually you didn't finish the run. I'm taking the trophy away. Wow, that would have been insane for all the wrong reasons. Okay, we got Unity. Try. Sprint. Oh, for real. Ew. Me something better with sprint. Oh my god. Why do I have two of these? What the fuck do I have two of these for then? Sprint. Okay. That looks good. Sprint. Okay, so this takes her up to a C. I don't really like how the stats are looking. I feel like she could be much better here, but you know what? Whatever. We're gonna take this. There we go. Marvelous. Tachyon. Actually, wait. What the fuck? I'm doing Unity. What I'm doing with Special Week. Yeah, it has to be, of course, the woman of the hour. The meta that came back. Hira-san Black. The Okay, so from all the... Let me take a look, see at Cafe's career again, because I've done it so many times, but I don't remember very well. Oh my god, did I? Oh, wait. Oh shit, don't tell me. I made it so that I have to... Oh shit, I think I made it so that I have to see every cutscene in full. Oh, snap. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I guess we have to see it anyway. Okay, let's go check Cafe first on her career. I know that I've done it a lot, but I just want to keep track of the number of races. Okay, so we got a junior make debut. That's medium. That's one medium. I have at least 4 K fans. We can just do sprints here, so we can ignore that. Yayoi Show is a second medium. Saint Keenan is a third medium. Hika Show long is 1. Arima Keenan long 2. Tenosho Spring long is 3. Takarazu Keenan medium is 4. Japan Cup medium is 5. And Arima Keenan medium makes 4. So 5 medium, 4 for long. I have to just get 6 sprint races. All I have to do is just 6 sprint races and I have it. All we need. 6 sprint races. Probably gonna need some stamina if we are forced to run longs, and if we don't win those, then the whole run ends anyway. We need to have a lot of stamina in an otherwise sprint-focused run. I think I almost got Cafe's BRB. Alright. Yeah, I think I almost got Cafe's sprint trophy before. Yeah, I don't remember where exactly it was, but there was an attempt where I tried to win, but the Twin Terrors kept beating me and I kept losing all attempts no matter how many times I reset it. So that run ended in a failure, unfortunately. Definitely gonna need some guts. So 20 guts for 10 energy is not a bad deal, I would say. Going. I gotta do enough sprints. The game just gives it to us, no matter what. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we have to do Saint Keenan, so we can't do sprinter stakes. Nope. Nope, that is not allowed. No, that is not allowed. Completely disallowed. Okay, so let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's 6. That is 6. Go for the 6. Nah, she keeps losing. But it's okay, we already got the fan count. Just need to do a little more here and we're fine. Minus 10? Minus 30. Go. Almost made a huge mistake. That would have been the misclick of the century. Bro, I really hope that explosion lands in speed next. Nope. Well, I tried. There we go, that's a win. Energy! I need the rest here.
サファイアの注目のあの影に近づけているでしょうか。
When I am beating Takian by a neck. Oh, wow. Come on, give me a sprint. Give me a sprint.
暖かくて強い力
They didn't give me a sprint.
どこまで始めます。あの子が走る。あのやってみます。
注目の位置。
並び勝つにはまだ遠い。おね一緒に頑張ろう。あの子に追いつくためにお友達が手招きを
Team D rank. I feel like it should be much better. I usually get C around this time. But I should be fine with just not doing any more sprints until the sprinter stakes. Until the... Yeah.
海の向こうは張り切っていこう。竜に行きましょう。海の張り切っていこう。一緒に頑張ろう。あの子行きましょう。お友達が手招き。
Yeah, there's not much else to say. Just until the very, very end. Nothing else to really say here until the very, very end when we're finally getting to doing all the sprint races at the very end. I'll just hold off on buying anything until the first of the URA finale sprint races. Yep, that looks good. Let's do it. We're gonna win.
け抜けました。影にコーヒーを一杯。星ぼあの子張り切っていこう。足につば注目の一番人気影は早く駆け抜けました。お友達がサファイアの
Oh, that's kind of weird. I'm not sure I like I'm not sure I like those odds. Is there any way to make them not total shit? Good digit on and Oguri to pace. Okay, let's make Nishino pace too. All right, I feel much better now. There we go. Oh, I had nothing to worry about.月のうさぎが一人張り切っていこう。コーヒーをよろしくお願いします。 It's fine.
影にコーヒーを一杯。
Please give me a sprint. Anything.
暖かくて強い力。
Fuck. Absolutely have to cap out speed now. There's no shot I win if I don't do that. You get top 3, it's fine.
ここは負けられない。
影より早く駆け抜けました。
Okay. You just win with no recovery. That's actually pretty good. We don't actually need to get any more recoveries for That was the only race I would have had to buy recoveries for. I would prefer not to, and I would prefer not to. Oh.
行きましょう。
Okay. Lord knows I'm gonna need the Spirit Burst. Getting them on both on stamina is kind of sus, but I definitely need them to. I'm gonna win the very end here. The team Hephaestus.
やってみます。
Or Persephone or whatever decides to show up.
好き。今あなたの影があった。足につぶ。ここは負けられ。影より早く駆け抜けました。お友達。サファイアの
Team Hephaestus.
息に合わせて。
Okay, my odds do seem pretty decent. I'm not redoing this. Nope. I'm not gonna redo it. I'm not redoing it. Hey, if I don't have to fight the Twin Terrors at the very end, super powerful. That just makes this sprint trophy way easier to get.
竜に
You won't find me complaining about that.
竜 海の 星々
Oh shit. I don't want it to be on stamina though. That sounds awful. That is actually fucking awful. Hell no. Hey, we got Sprinter Stakes. Okay, should be winnable. The sprint race at the very end, I mean.
やってみます。やってみます。星々
On.
お友達
I really hope I didn't miss count and I have to do multiple another run with multiple sprints. That would suck if I have to just throw this entire thing in the garbage and redo it. I'm already iffy on the fact that I have to that this is not an ideal sprint cafe.
影に飲まれて サファイアの海
注目の
影より早く駆け抜けました。
But I missed. Oh, nothing really. Just a regular Unity Cup run where Cafe lost most of the sprint races. Oh yeah, I didn't get the super strong Team Zenith version at the end here, but this is actually a good thing because I don't want to fight the super powerful version of Team Zenith at the end, because it would make the sprint trophy much easier to get. Still have to fight these Team Zenith at the end, but they're not the incredibly powerful version that would just deny me from getting the sprint in the first place.
そうだね。いつも通り。共に神の領域へ。サファイアの海でも。足に。ここは負けられ。
Wait, is this sprint? Yeah, it's a sprint. Okay, we got sprint. There we go. We got sprint. I really do hope I get the purples in the last training round.
注目の
影より早く駆け抜けました。どこまで行きま。
Fuck. Oh wow. Well, I mean, we might as well get it, right?
お友達。足に。
Alright, here we go. The sprint trophy. The URA finale sprint trophy with Cafe.
行きましょう。美しい青空が広がる京都レース場。ターフも絶好の両馬場になりました。
各馬娘の構想が期待できます。
Little Cocon,
実力を兼ね備えたリトルココン。
Bitter Glass,
3番人気です。
and
この評価は少し不満か。2番人気はこの
Manhattan Cafe. I like that the double circles here, the one middle triangle, making it look like a very shocked face.
1番人気です。
Almost like the game itself is telling me you're running Cafe on a sprint race. And I'd simply respond to them, I don't win much.
誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。
I have to check all the sprint cafes I made because I believe this is probably the best one. I don't want to jump the gun, but it's probably my best bet for getting the sprint the sprint legend trophies.
集団が一つにまとまって混戦状態です。
これだけ密集していると紛れがありそうですね。
現在1番手は9番。続きました待機シャトル。後ろビターグラッセ4番手に。追いつきたい。あなたに。
And the pushing Cafe. Push in. Oh, I think she got brocked. Ah, that's really sad. I don't think she's winning this. The problem is that she needs to break through and Amazon's just in and the home stretch is too short. She's not gonna make it. I don't think she's gonna make it in time. Budding Blossom. Wait, hold on. I think I may have spoken too much. Too soon. Hold on. Hold on. Home stretch chase. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't think it. Yeah, nah. There's no way. Try again. Yeah, she got brocked. All those times her skills were triggering one after the other, That, her getting brocked every single time there was pretty bad. Okay, wait, hold on. Here we go. Wait, she's in a much better position now. She's not getting brocked. Hold on. Okay. There we go. All right, there we go. That's what we're talking about. See? she has a very clear path forward, it's definitely winnable. This is absolutely winnable, okay? Curvature, just speed up just a bit more. We should be getting her ult soon. No ult? Guess not. There we go. Oh, okay, there we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Right alongside. Oh my god. There we go. Easy clap. There you go. Sprint. You are a sprint. Get. It's pretty exciting when the race is that close. Yep. Ba 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 ba. Ram para ram. I think this cafe is, like I said, probably my best sprint cafe I've made. Didn't get to 1100 power, which was kind of stink. I never got right-handed. Wow, that's crazy. I thought for sure I got right-handed. I could have sworn I got it. I never would have imagined I didn't get it. Right, let's see. What do we get? Basic S? S+? S+. And... yeah, not great. Okay, you know what? This is a 3-star stamina and a 2-star in turf, so you know what? You know what? Let's keep it. Let's keep it. Three-star. Probably 650 career punchers. Okay, I'm pretty close to that. We'll probably get it in about a few days, cause yeah, Wednesday is it's actually on Wednesday. Holy shit! It's 2 days until we get the new scenario, the half anniversary stuff. Man, I'm really looking forward to that. Let's take a look at the trophy room again. We got, there we go, every single scenario trophy fully obtained with Cafe. And now we will we'll have to work again when Grand Con comes out, because Grand Con will have at least 4 more trophies, I believe, unless they just reuse the URA finale. I mean, I'm fine with that. It means I don't have to do doomed Cafe runs. But yeah, that's it. These 4, I'll try to see which one of my cafes is good for sprints, because I believe I should have one that's B in sprint, but I don't remember very well if it's even good enough, if it's even good in general. Because this one's definitely not perfect. I can tell you that much. Got the URA finale sprint win. Thanks. Oh man, it's like I said, these legend races are gonna take an eternity. At least the mile one it doesn't, like I mentioned, the mile isn't a huge issue since I already have an S mile cafe to use. Long, I already have some good longs. I already have. Yeah, like I got winning tickets today. It's just a matter of just progressing through them very slowly. And like I said, I have to figure out how did the guy that got completionist Urara pulled off hopeful stakes and apply those lessons onto me, my attempts with Cafe, because oh boy, I genuinely am at a loss on how I would even get this. Dirt Mile just does not feel good to play with Cafe. It generally does not.
人魚は泡とな
Okay, so we got this Sprint Cafe, which is probably okay. This one has C and Dirt and Sprint. I'll probably hold on to it just in case. Yeah, this is more so my long Cafe, which I'm going to use for the long races, just to absolutely... I could probably beat it with my other UG Cafe, but this one is to give me insurance that, yes, I will absolutely clear it with this one. I don't think there's anything special about this one. So, yeah, anything that I haven't marked is likely going to get thrown away. 3-star long is definitely something, I gotta say. But, yeah, I don't know. I have to refarm every parent anyway, so even just using it as a co-parent doesn't seem like my idea of a good time. Oh, this one has Dirt in B, but I guess this is mostly just for dirt races. But I don't really need to worry about this one since I'm pretty sure I can just refarm a good Dirt Cafe in Grand Con. Since there are no Dirt Legend races, yeah, just get it in Grand Con. Move on. Yeah, this one, when I say this one, I mean this is the one I was using for CM. But she just didn't win anything, so I kicked her off of Karen, who actually did win a few things. At least until the very end, where she just simply got a second. Not a very close second, too. This one is a Dirt B, so I could use this one for Dirt. Nah, there's, like I said, no, I shouldn't even think about the Dirt Legend races. Wait, this one has long, but it also has width. I mean, I guess width sparks are fine. What does the other one have? This one has stamina sparks, which probably would come in handy in a would probably come in handy a lot more. Guys, this is the Mile S I was talking about. This one for sure will be useful in there. Oh, I'm really close to capping out. Ooh. I should probably... Yeah, I should probably remove a lot of these. Just... I need to do some spring cleaning here. Just delete anything that's a low rank. That's a lower rank. Especially with the Grand Concert coming out, everything is gonna hit a huge boost of power creep. So I just need to delete everything here. Oh yeah, it's already been on favorite, okay. Some good old spring cleaning. There we go. They've been unfavorited now. Transfer. This will take a while. Having to click through 100 plus. There was a way to just batch delete anything made before a certain date. Batch delete anything made before a certain date. Transfer all. There we go. 77 out of 260. There we go. So we have so much space for activities. Lead the charge. Prepare to aim for the front late race. Yeah, might as well grab that. So, I'm gonna be using her for my team, and maybe that'll be useful. Who knows? Super Stand will probably be good if... I could run her as pay. Nah, I should probably run her late. Go Oguri pace, Digiton late, and... Yeah, I guess... Yeah. Nice Nature also late. Doesn't make a lot of sense. But, I mean, I guess it has to be. I guess it just has to be like that. Yeah, there's nothing else, really. And nothing else. Because the other way to organize this is with stars, and... everyone else here that matters is already leveled. I don't really need to bring anyone else up to speed. This doesn't make a lot of sense to do so. You're dirty. Fake American. Uma, by the way. Here's acceleration late race, of course. I got this special week, but I've never actually used this special week before. How hard is Uma Viewer to use? This one guy in a server I'm on made some gifs using Uma's doing other characters' victory poses, and now I want to try it out. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a fair warning. If you use Uma Viewer and you have the American version of Umamusume, the English version, I mean, and your PC, you'll only be able to view characters that are in the English version. Now, obviously, the English version does have a few future characters preloaded, but I recommend that if you want to get the full experience of what's out even in the Japanese version, you should definitely look into downloading the Japanese version from either DMM or the Japanese version of Steam using a VPN and grabbing the game there. Now be careful. I gotta give you a fair warning. If you're gonna do that, make sure you go into the files where the English version of your English version of Umamusume is and rename them. Because if you do not rename them, trying to download the Japanese version means that the game, when you download it, the game will detect, hey, wait a minute, you already have Umamusume. Like, here, let me delete all these files for you. And it's not like I didn't lose anything. The only thing I lost is I had to re-download the global version all over again, and it deleted all the pictures I already took. It's kind of a shame, but I didn't really lose anything permanent. It's not a huge loss to lose anything like that permanently. Yeah, and if you want to switch between the Japanese and English version, you may want to rename, keep track, rename the files so that whenever you switch, say if you switch to the English version, you are gonna the English version will go, hey, wait a minute, you don't have the English version, let me re-download it for you, and it's gonna delete the Japanese version files. So it's like I said, you have to keep renaming the files over and over so Cygames doesn't auto delete them. And then what you do with UmaViewer is that you would have to redirect it so that it looks at the Japanese files, because I believe the default one is always set to look towards where the global version is. But of course, if you don't mind just trying out everything only global has, you can do that. The reason I personally went with Japanese version myself is because I wanted to take some screenshots in multiple different angles of a lot of different Umas in a lot of different outfits as reference material for my artists when I was making Umadromo, since obviously neither of them are huge Uma fans, so they don't really know a lot, so I needed to provide them with tons of detail to make sure, okay, yeah, this is what the characters look like from behind, this is how their tails are, how tails come out from behind their clothes, and this is what their shoes look like from the bottom. You know, stuff like that. I think it's pretty interesting, though, that the Japanese version apparently has a setting where they automatically remove an Uma's ear accessory if they, for example, take a bath. In the English version, they just keep their ear accessories whenever they're in the bath. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's not very complicated. You would just pick a character, pick their outfit, and then go to the animation section and have them do the animations. I gotta warn you though, if you're gonna do, say, an ult animation, then some character models may behave weirdly, because I believe what the Umamusume is trying to do is that for certain characters, they try to reference physics that they don't have, such as if they have long hair or long sleeves. So a lot of the models start behaving really weirdly if they do ult animations belonging to characters that dress very differently from them. And of course, there's just other things in general. Say, I know, for example, Nice Nature, I believe in her default outfit, one of her legs just clips completely out of her skirt, making it look like she has like her skirt is divided all the way up to her upper thigh. Which, I mean, doesn't look bad, but, well, that's not how she's supposed to look like in the game. Who is this, the refined Vegeta? Gold ship without her hat. Actually, I'm not sure what Gold She looks like in without the ear accessories. Maybe they do actually remove her hat and she just straight up looks like Point Flag or something. Actually, I've never done a Tozen Jordan run. Maybe I should. I'll save it for Grand Live. Grand Con. Gotta keep my mindset. Grand Con. It's Grand Concert. Grand Con. See, I'm trying to think who to do a quick parent run in Track Blazer. I'm thinking of doing a Track Blazer run, but with a quick parent, someone that I can just do a one and done deal. I guess OG Oguri. I guess OG Oguri works. I guess OG Oguri probably works. Just do a quick parent run, try to get something decent-ish. Oh, wait, whoa, this one has... Yeah, this one has 3 stars. Stamina, 3 star stamina. Don't want this one. Hold on. There we go. Now I need probably mine? No, medium. I think no dirt. It has to be dirt, a dirt legacy actually. I need some dirt. I believe I need a dirt legacy. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, because I was thinking of getting a dirt legacy for one of my characters here, but I guess yeah. The unfortunate part is I don't think there's any dirt legacy that also has a 3-star. Yeah, yeah, it's unfortunate. 2-star power. I guess it has to be that, even though I would prefer a better blue. Yeah, I would definitely prefer a better blue one, honestly. I wonder if there's any way to get this. Oh, wait. Huh. Wait. There we go. Okay, so that's 3-star stamina, 3-star power with 2-star dirt, and 2-star turf. Actually, 2-star turf kind of sucks. Yeah, it's not great. But you know what? I'll keep it. You know what? Yeah, I think I'll keep it. I'll just use Oguri. Will probably just be a grandparent, if anything. They gotta refarm the parents in Grand Concert anyway. What was I doing with the fuck was I doing with Guts deck with for Christmas Oguri? That's so weird. Oh. There you go. I go triple win, I believe. There we go. I don't think I'll be doing this though. And I believe that should be it. Wow. I think, yeah, having 3-hour stream is good enough. I need to really get back to cutting these streams down to size. Thanks everyone for watching. Next time it will not be tomorrow where I stream next time. Next time will be on a Wednesday, on the Wednesday where the grand concert comes out. We do a grand concert run. We do the half anniversary stuff. We will not be doing the anniversary polls there. We will not be doing polls. The reason is actually very, very simple, because we have free polls for about 10 days. 10 days, so that's about 100 polls. At the very end, that's when I'm gonna dump it all. Till then, have a good one.